Hey there, Edgar the lender here. I just wanted to take the time to explain three common mortgage terms. You'll hear them as we go through the pre-approval process and as we go through the home buying process. So I want to make sure that you're comfortable and you understand what you're getting yourself into. The first term is down payment. And down payment is usually expressed as a percentage, and it's the percentage of the price of the home that you are not financing, that you're not borrowing money for. So that means it's money coming from your checking account, your savings account, your 401k, your stocks, or maybe as a gift from a family member. And so if you are putting down, say, 5%, then you have to finance 95%, right? So the loan and the down payment will always add up to 100% of the value or the sales price of the home. We use those terms interchangeably usually. Now, on some common programs like the VA, for example, the VA loan for qualified veterans is a zero down loan. So that means you do not have to put any down payment. There's still closing costs, but you don't have to put any down payment. So it's 100% financing. FHA requires 3.5% down payment minimum. You can always put more on any of these programs. You can always put more, but the minimum on FHA is 3.5%. So that means for every $100,000 of home that you are buying, you are putting down $3,500. That means on a $600,000 house, your down payment is $21,000, and you're getting a loan for the remaining $579,000. On conventional loans for qualified first-time home buyers, the minimum down payment is 3%. And more commonly, if you're not a first-time home buyer, the minimum down payment on conventional loans is 5%. Now, on conventional loans, typically the rule is 20% down means you don't have to pay mortgage insurance. There's a few exceptions to that. There's ways to get around mortgage insurance with less down. Talk to me about that. But the tried and true rule is 20% down to avoid any requirements for mortgage insurance. The second term that I want to talk about is actually related to down payment. It's the flip side of down payment. It's LTV. It's an acronym. We love our acronyms in the mortgage industry. And so LTV, loan to value, represents the percentage of the sales price of the home that you are financing. So if you're putting down 5%, you are financing 95%, and that means you are getting a 95% loan to value loan. If you're putting down 10%, that means you're getting a 90% LTV loan. So the down payment and the LTV percentage will always add up to 100 to equal the sales price. Finally, the last term I want to define is debt to income, another acronym. Debt to income, DTI, is how we calculate, or is one of the things we look at to calculate your eligibility for a home loan. And we look at whether you can afford a home loan because we look at all your debt compared to your income. So debt to income, there's actually two. There's what we call front end or housing expense ratio, and that is your proposed housing. This is on the home you're buying. Your proposed housing payment includes the loan payment, what we call the principal and interest. Also your property taxes, your homeowner's insurance, your flood insurance if applicable, and an HOA, again, if you're in a community that has a homeowners association. So we add those all together, and that's your housing expense or your housing obligation. And we divide that number by your qualifying income, and the percentage we get is your front end or your housing expense ratio. The other one is the back end. And that is that same housing expense that I just explained, including the HOA and taxes and things like that, plus all your consumer debt. So that means the minimum payment on your credit cards, any personal loans, student loans, cars that you might have. We add those all together with that proposed housing expense, and we divide it by your qualifying income. And we get a percentage, and that is your total debt to income, your total DTI or back end ratio. So anyway, I hope that cleared up some of these terms. If you have any questions about those or other terms that you want to go into more detail on, please reach out. I'm here to answer questions and to make your home buying experience as smooth as possible. Thank you.